Hello, Retro NBA fans. This is Rod Hess reporting on a game I'm playing between the Philadelphia 76ers of 1967 and the Cincinnati Royals of 1966-67. This is being played with Hoops Tabletop Pro Basketball, and we're at halftime here in Cincinnati, and the hometown Royals started the game shooting 7 for 29 from the field in the first quarter. And part of that reason was the intimidation of Big Wilt Chamberlain, who came through in the first half with 5 blocked shots, 10 rebounds, and 12 points. He's a force on each end of the court, and even though the 76ers couldn't get a lot of scoring out of their all-star guard Hal Greer, they are up at the half 59-51. So there's Big Wilt's card. You can see he's a defensive intimidator. And here are the rest of the teams. And once again, this is Mark Vecellio's Hoops Tabletop Pro Basketball. This is a beta test season. I had it printed out for testing. I printed it out in color, and it looks pretty nice here with the Royals, who have a starting lineup of Happy Harrison at small forward. Really a big forward playing small forward. Jerry Lucas, one of the best rebounding players for his size in the history of the NBA. At center, Connie Durking. They traded away Wayne Embry. I'm not really sure why. I guess they were just trying to do something different. Durking is a poor man's version of Wayne Embry. Not very good, though. Oscar Robertson, legendary top 10 player of all time. And Adrian Smith, who I believe almost won an All-Star Game MVP one year. And he can score, but he's not a great defensive player. For the 76ers, of course, this is the 67 team. They had 68 wins and 13 losses during the 81-game schedule. And, of course, they've got Chet Walker and Luke Jackson at forwards, the Dipper in the middle, All-Star Hal Greer, and Wally Jones, kind of a playmaker, shooter at times for the team. So this has been an interesting game. Chet Walker got off to a really good start here. I'll just try to quickly run down the offense. You can see he's at the top there. He had 11 points in the first quarter. Took a lot of shots to get there, but you can see he also had about 5 rebounds. So we're going to see how things work and see how the second half plays. We're going to just do a couple. This is Hoops Tabletop Pro Basketball. Mark Vecellio came out with this game around 2014, and this is a 9-page instruction guide. There's actually about 12 pages. About 9 of them are really instructions. Other things are just bonus features and reference materials, so it's not as difficult. Once you get the flow of this game down, it's very easy. It's not a very complex game in many ways, but it does keep very detailed stats. So if you're deep into stats, this is a game for you. Each player is rated defensively. As you can see by the Chamberlain card here. In the right column, there is a defensive column with a D, and you can see he's got a block on 6, 8, and 10, which registers at least 5 or more block shots per game if he plays a full game like he always does. There's also assist ratings of 22 here is very good. 28's the highest. He also can get automatic assists leading to baskets on 5 on his inside column. He has an outside column, but you have to have a 10 to make that work. So he's not going to be using this column that often, nor will he really be using the fast break column much. You'll be feeding Wilt in the post right here. So anyway, and I wanted to make a comparison of cards. Let's take a Billy Cunningham, for instance. I'll put Billy right here on this tray. That is a PDF card that has been printed out at a FedEx Kinko's. Now you can see that I used some color, so it cost a little bit extra, quite a bit extra actually, to add color to it, even though it's just this little strip here, the Philadelphia 76er logo. But you can see that pretty big font, Anybody with eyes that are over 50 years old should not have trouble with this. You can also go to the ASG website and All-Star Games and have them pre-printed for you and cut. See, they're very smooth. There's no perforations. There's no tearing apart cards. It is all one card. You can tell that the font is a little bit smaller though. This is 71 Cunningham, 7071 with the Sixers. Here he is in 67, but I used the PDF file. This is a beta season that the Hoops Tabletop Pro Basketball will be coming out with maybe sometime in 2022. Not certain on that, but I'm testing these teams, checking for errors, checking for accuracy on everything, and I'm having fun with this so far. But anyway, take your pick. Factory made, less cutting, a little more precise looking, but a little smaller font. PDF file. You can print it out as many times as you want if you make a mistake with your cuts, and there you go. So anyway, just wanted to fill you in on that. I'm going to start playing the final 3 minutes here, and hopefully you can follow along. I'm just going to do this 3/4 view for the first time, see how it works out. And I've got a game clock that's right over here if you can see where my finger is. I'm keeping track that way. It also basically based on an 140 play action card deck here. These cards are designed for 70 cards per quarter. So you shuffle the deck, you go through the deck once and you've played 2 quarters of basketball, you shuffle it again, you play 2 more quarters of basketball with it. So it doesn't take a lot of shuffling. Some people shuffle between every quarter. You can do whatever you want for randomness purposes. Whoa. Anyway, I'm going to sit down and finish this 3 minutes, hopefully, without too much problem. Let's go to town here. 111.94, as I said before. And the score sheets here. I'm going to keep score. And here we go. 111.94. Cincinnati Royals basketball. There's 3:03 on the clock. 3 minutes of play. Here we go. And I roll shooting guard. That's the top half. The other card, you read the top half and it says offense 2. So, shooting guard in this lineup, you got small forward, power forward, center, point guard, shooting guard. Shooting guard's Adrian Smith. Offense 2, that means you find what he is on his offensive card, Adrian Smith. 1 to 4 is his inside column. 5 to 10 is his outside column. So you got an offense 2. You're going to be using this column. You simply roll 2 dice and you find out what you get. Adrian, possession 8. He scores. I rolled an 8. As you can see, probably Adrian has an 8 basket on his inside column. So Adrian amazingly had missed about 9 shots in a row, so it's interesting that he actually scores when I put him on camera. It's 113. I had 111. 113.96 now. Assist. You check for an assist on every made shot and on the fast break. And it says point guard 10. Every player has an assist rating on their card. Like Oscar Roberts here, the point guard, and he's got a 28. Therefore, the Big O registers another assist. So you can get assists by automatic dazzling passes and by the assist rating. So 113.96. Sixers will get the ball. Move the clock on every card turn. That's all you have to do. Pretty straightforward. Power forward defense. Luke Jackson, defender. Column is Jerry Lucas. So I'm going to use Jerry Lucas's card here. 2 to 12 roll. And it's a 9. And that says pass. So that means you just turn another card. Move the clock 1. Center. Top of this card. Top of this card. Center defense. Wilt Chamberlain. Defense. Connie Durking. Durking, I think, is in foul trouble. We'll see what happens here. That's an 8. And as you see on Connie Durking's defensive card, an 8 is a foul 1. So that means Connie Durking has officially fouled out of the game. Okay. And I count the team fouls. Back in 1967, you needed 6 team fouls to have the penalty. Otherwise, it's just a one-shot foul. That was the 5th team foul, so we'll be shooting a one-shot free throw, but I've got to get Connie Durking out of the game because he decided to foul out on me. That's wonderful. Okay, 9 minutes for Connie. We got to put in another center. So Connie goes to the bench. Each team comes with 12 players, if 12 players played for teams during that season. Back in the 60s, it was uncommon. You know, I think both these teams have 12 players, but some teams might have 11 because they only had 11 players that played minutes for them. So here we go. I'm going to go with Len Chappelle, who I've not used this game. He can play small forward, power forward, and center. I was using Walt Wesley, but Walt's not playing well at all. So I think he's been demoralized by big Wilton Norman Chamberlain. So anyway, Wilt gets 1 free throw on the one-shot foul. Free throws following that will be 2, at least 2, and then penalties 3 to make 2, and 2 shots to make 1. So Wilt to the line. Its free throws are very simple. There's a free throw rating right there. And you can see Wilt has a 2 to 6 and 12. So in order to make the free throw, I must roll within that range. I rolled a 6, so Wilt, who only hit about 44% of his free throws this year, makes the free throw, and it's 114-96, 18-point lead for Philadelphia with 2:42 to go. And go down to 2:32, move the clock. Shooting guard top of this card, defense. Adrian Smith over Wally Jones' defensive card. Wally's rated good on defense, as you can see. Everyone's given a rating in the newer seasons. They used to have just a numeric version. He's rated good. On Wally's card, I rolled an 8, which is a turnover steal, as you can see here. FB means fast break. So we give a turnover to Adrian Smith. Been a tough day for Adrian. Wally Jones hasn't shot much. Played a solid game. Steal, and it's a fast break. So you look in the fast break column, it's on this card right here. It says small forward. Wally Jones' steal leads to a fast break for Chet Walker. He uses fast break column. If you can see the... Oh, can you see the F there? Okay, I'm not looking at my camera. Yeah, so I roll this. I roll a 6, and it's a basket on Chet Walker's card. So fast break basket for Walker. Sixers continue to roll. This is the road team. They're playing very well on the road. You check for an assist, even on the fast break. Power forward 2 at the bottom. And Luke Jackson is an assist rating of 7. So Luke gets an assist. He is working his way toward MVP honors almost the way he's playing this period. All right, we're down to 2:20, 2:21. Move the clock, move the card, move the clock. Only move the clock when you flip a card. Pretty simple rule to follow. Jerry Lucas, power forward, defense, Luke Jackson. 9. Steal, turnover steal by Luke Jackson. So when it rains, it pours. Luke Jackson continues to star. It's a fast break. That's the point guard, which is Hal Greer, who's finally had a good first half. His fast break column. That's an 11. And an 11 on Hal Greer's fast break column is a basket. So the Sixers are just rolling up the points right now. That's 118. 118. Check for the assist on the fast break. You can see that it's a point guard 6, but he is the point guard, so you can use the shooting guard rating of 6, and Wally Jones is a 19 on assists. Wally gets the assist. All right, down to 2:11. Roughly. Sometimes I don't turn the cards perfectly, but this is roughly how much time is left. Estimated 2:11 left. Small forward defense. It's over when the cards are out. Happy Harrison defender card Walker. And I got an 8 on Chet Walker's card. You can see there's a blank spot there, so a miss for Happy, who's missed 5 in a row. Boy, they're going down. Rebound. You check for the rebounds right below here. You got the first rebound, possibly a second rebound. Offensive small forward, automatic. The top one first. And Happy grabs his own rebound. And he can go right back up with a shot using his inside column right here. So Happy's going up. I roll a 9. Basket. So he missed 5 in a row. Puts in his own rebound. and we got 98 to 118. It's still 20. See if they can keep it under 20. We don't know. And here's the Sixers. Center, offense 2. This is the Big Dipper. 24 points, 24 rebounds a game. That's a 9 on Chamberlain's inside column, because he's a 1 to 9. He doesn't shoot outside, really. Basket. So Wilt is getting close. I think he's at 21, 22 points maybe. 120 to 98. Assist, small forward 13, no. 150 to go. Power forward defense, Lucas over Luke Jackson. That's a 4 on the defensive card of that. That's a block shot. Jerry hasn't had a great day. Another block for Luke. It's at least a couple. And I checked to see if the ball went out of bounds or was rebounded. I could say 1 to 3 rebound, 4 to 10. And 1 to 3 knocked out of bounds, 4 to 10 rebounded normally. And it's a 4. So we'll go offensive power forward. Lucas grabs his own offensive rebound. And he's going to go right back up with his inside column 4. He draws the foul. It's on the defender. It's on Luke Jackson. And that's 4 on Luke. 2 shots. F2 is the 2-shotter. Once again, Jerry Lucas's free throw columns right in his bottom left corner. Free throw 2 to 8 and 11. And I roll a 6. Good. And a 5. So Lucas cans 2. They hit the century mark. 120 to 100. Got 140 left. Small forward defense. I think I'm a little short on cards. I'm not sure. Small forward defense. That is, I always say that though. Walker, defender's card, Harrison. That's a 6. That's a pass. 10 doesn't count. Yeah, I'm 1 off. So this is going to be a faster. I was 1 row off. I knew I was. Center offensive 10. So this is going to be the last play of the game, actually. I was 1 play rotation off. I misdid my numbers here. Center offense 10. It's Wilt Chamberlain. It's offense 10. So Wilt gets the ball here on his terrible offensive 10 card. And I got a 2 missed shot Wilt. And there's no rebound. Well, there is a rebound right there. Offensive power forward 13. Defensive power forward 1 die. Lucas grabs the rebound, and there is a fast break off this, so let's roll with it. Fast break power forward. So it is Lucas going all the way. His fast break column's pretty mediocre, but I got a 2, and that's a basket. At the buzzer, Jerry Lucas scores to make the final score. 120-102. I don't know how I finished a minute off with my card counting. Really not a great example. Assist, point guard 22, Robertson. But I knew sometime in the second half I had not used the right column. So this is actually the buzzer, and that's the game. Final score, 120 for the Sixers, 102 for the Royals. Royals were 39-42 this year. They pretty much played like a 39-42 team. Sixers didn't play incredible at times, but they definitely just have the firepower. Hal Greer had a fabulous performance. I will tabulate the stats and get back to you. That is the ball game. Have a good day.